guys, it's Lori, and today I'm going to show you how to fix a couple of really simple mistakes that you might not know that you're even doing. This is a picture that was sent to me by one of my followers, and they follow me on Periscope and on Twitter. So she was, showing off some of her work, and she sent me this. And it came from a book. I still have to find out what book because I really like it. So I printed out her picture, and I just wanted to show her what she could do to make it a little bit better and brighter and more contoured. So that inspired this video. So let's go. Okay, so I'm going to get out my orange pencil. And the first thing I noticed about it was the shading on the fish. It's not really shaded as a sphere. Now remember, the fish is round, it's poofy, it's a clownfish, have fun with it. Consider your light source. Right now it seems like this is a fish tank picture, or you're looking at it straight on. In the wild, you wouldn't expect that. I'd be assuming this would be a fish tank only, but who knows? He may be hiding in the grass. It's Nemo. So what I want to do is I want to show you a little bit on how to shade it so it looks a little bit rounder. Now, I already did this area over here because I was just messing with it. I'm going to darken it up on the top. Now, if this is in the wild, we're going to consider the source. They're in the water. There is only one way a light source can hit a fish in the water, and that's dead on this way, not dead on this way. So we're going to be looking down at the fish, which means this is going to be your lightest area, which is normally in a sphere when it's overhead. Everything on the outside is going to be a different color, and you could do that by applying your pencil a little harder or using a darker shade. So let's just get a little darker in the areas that you need. And also what I'm noticing on it, and you might not notice it from looking at the picture itself, but you're not going to the black lines. Now, it's often very hard to see with a pencil, of course. And let's just darken this up. My little trick is when I'm done, I get out this. You can sometimes see it in my pictures. It's my little magnifying glass. And I just make sure my lines go to the black. Now, this is just expanding on what you did. Colored pencils use layers and layers and layers. So what I would consider what you did would be like first layer. So we're going to get in those darks. Okay. I would work on this more, but I want to move on to the next thing. So you could see that it's starting to round up. Then I would go in, let's see, this color. It's kind of one shade, one color. I would go in with another color orange, a darker one, and really darken up this area. So this would be 3 layers now going on. And you can start seeing how it's shading down. And again, I would be working much slower. This is just quick for the sake of the video. Okay. So I'm going to hit it a little bit over here too. Because this is really going towards, your eye is going towards the other side of the fish. And the bottom is always darker. And we'll smooth it out. Now, I'm not adding any scale texture to this. I'd probably take into consideration some of that too. But for the sake of this, same thing on the fins. You're going to go darker on the bottom. Make sure that light source stays to the top. So I'm coming in right like this. Now, if I'm looking in the camera, this should be darker. And by adding more layers, you're adding richer color to it. Okay, your black is got good illusion going on. Remember, black is never black. It's always an illusion color. So I would look to my grays. Of course, I'm going to add a little bit of black in. But let me see. My silvers. And where's my black pencil? I think this is my black. And then we'll go in the same thing on the tail. So now I have my light line going right across there. And it's starting to take shape. Now, this is your fin. We're going to just follow the same principles. I'm going to start to darken up the edges, doing a smooth transition. Now, this would be coming out of the fish, and the line would be like this. This would be naturally slightly darker because it's coming off of the fish, and there would be a crease line in there. And following the light line, we'll get our light source in there the same way. Always nipping and tucking in areas. Now I want to show you a little bit more on the shading. what is real shading. Like actual shade. So I'm going to probably use on this picture my indigo. I wouldn't shade with black on it, only because black is too deep. I use my indigo blue. And in the really darker areas, we're going to lightly darken it up. I'm not going to scribble so that you could really see the blue. I'm going to do it so light that it's just going to give you a small illusion. You see that? That it's got shade. And that would because the fin would be shading this part. Maybe just darken up under here. As I said, this probably would have taken me, I would say, about 3 times the amount of time that I'm giving for this video. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing right over here, just to give you the crease. And make that area pop. So as you can see, it's already looking more fish-like. I'm going to repeat on the other fin, because it would come off the body in the same way. And being it's further back, I would even make it a little darker. And now your fish is starting to come to life. This is a little dark. I mean, a little light. Look like we're scaring them. Okay. So I wanted to show you something on your grass that you're doing wrong. I would probably take it down another shade over here. That's a little bright. But you're getting the idea of just what a little bit of the shading can do to make a big difference in this fish. Okay, I wanted to show you something you were doing on your grass that you're doing constantly. And it's not like 1 or 2 mistakes. It's something in your technique, and everybody can learn this. This is just pure perspective. See, this is the most pronounced one that I'm seeing. See how this is flipping and turning upward. Think of a ribbon. It would go down and then up. By going down, your light source would go darker, where this would be your light source over here. It would darken up right over here and then darken up slightly over here, and your light source would hit right here and right here. This is completely opposite of what you do. What you shaded was something that was going like a ribbon going this way. Instead, it's like the under part that you're doing. So you pretty much did this consistently throughout the entire thing. See how this is going in, and you put your light source right in the middle and darkened up this. This should have been lighter. This should have been lighter, darker, and a little darker. So that's a pretty consistent mistake. The only way I could say it that you could do it is through practicing ribbon. Now, on here, you did it the opposite, which is kind of funny because here you have a curve going this way. Okay, I put in some side-by-sides. This was the original. This is the one I helped work on, and you can see the difference. I tried fixing in here. I added the shading, rounded it up. She didn't do a bad job on it. She didn't finish it. And that is one of the biggest newbie mistakes that people can make, is that they give up too soon. So that's it for today, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. Thank you.